Most people think that the One Piece power system just consists of two main powers and Devil Fruit abilities and Haki. But there are actually more powers in the One Piece power system that aren't discussed as much. Today we're going to talk about the most underrated power in One Piece, Hypnotism. Django. Our first introduction to Hypnotism is in the Syrup Village arc, as we meet the hypnotist Django. In his intro, we get to see him use his hypnotism on the Usopp pirates to show what a hypnotist can truly do. He has a bladed ring on a string that he can swing back and forth, and when he says 1, 2, 3 Django, whatever he says will become true. In this case, it's for them to fall asleep. However, he ends up putting himself to sleep as well. We see that he and Captain Kuro actually have a plan to take out Kaya so Kuro can get her fortune. Usopp and Luffy overhear this, and Luffy, being himself, yells out to them not to kill Kaya. Now that they are found out, Django uses his hypnotism on Luffy while Usopp hides. This causes Luffy to fall down the cliff he was standing above. The most interesting and powerful use of his hypnotism in Syrup Village is definitely during the final fight between the Straw Hats and the Black Cat Pirates, where he uses this ability to increase their strength and to heal their injuries. Now, they don't actually literally heal their injuries, but in their minds they believe that the injuries have been healed, so this is a true case of mind over matter. But due to a miscalculation, Luffy is also made much stronger. This use of hypnotism is very similar to the Devil Fruit ability of the revolutionary Bello Betty, where she can use her Pump Pump Fruit to rally others and briefly give them a boost in strength. At the end of the Syrup Village arc, Django actually tries to use his hypnotism on Kaya, but she basically negates this just by covering her eyes or closing them. So it's clear that this isn't an all-impenetrable ability that he has here. If Django continued to hone this power, he could have really become a strong force to mess with. Miss Golden Week. Miss Golden Week is a member of the criminal organization Baroque Works and is the partner of Mr. 3, aka Galdino. We're introduced to her on Little Garden after Mr. 3 traps Zoro, Nami, and Vivi in his giant candelabra. It's up to Luffy and Usopp to take on the two along with Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine, while also saving the others. However, while Usopp is occupied with the latter group, Luffy has to take on Mr. 3, who he sends flying, and Miss Golden Week. Here we see her power at work. She isn't a super combatant, but a realist painter who has a very powerful ability called Color's Trap, in which she can paint a symbol in various colors, and if Luffy is touching that symbol, or that symbol is touching him, his personality will be affected through the subconscious. We see most of her arsenal in this fight, where she uses her Betrayal Black first, which causes Luffy to not want to help his friends. The Straw Hats basically use reverse psychology to get Luffy to walk away from the symbol, so it's clear that there are ways around this. Next, she uses Laughing Yellow, which, as the name suggests, causes Luffy to laugh uncontrollably and not want to do anything else, basically immobilizing him. Luckily, Usopp and Karoo run by and slightly fade the paint by mistake, causing the effect to wear off. However, when Luffy goes to attack the giant candelabra, Miss Golden Week unleashes Bullfighting Red, which causes the symbol to make all attacks go straight towards it, like a bull seeing red. Finally, in this fight, we see her use Calming Green to basically make Luffy docile and just want to sit and drink tea with her. Since this paint is on Luffy's clothes, Usopp is able to burn his shirt off so that the paint no longer affects him. Later on, we see more of these powers shown in Miss Golden Week's cover story, Miss Golden Week's Operation, Meet Baroque Works. If you'd like me to continue my cover story review series and review this one, drop a like and let me know down below. And if not, still drop a like and sub for more content. Anyway, we see that Miss Golden Week along with Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine are actually still on Little Garden. When they learn of the capture of the other members of Baroque Works, she decides to break them out. So we see her use a new ability, mixing Laughing Yellow with Common Green to create Friendly Yellow Green, which allows her to befriend a pterodactyl, which gives them a ride off the island. However, when it begins raining, the paint on the pterodactyl starts to fade, and so he drops them on a vacation island where Hina is. They're able to steal Hina's ship through Betrayal Black and make their way to the prison where their comrades are being held. Using Friendly Yellow Green again, they're able to sneak into the prison under the guise of being criminals. Near the end of the story, we see Miss Golden Week use another new ability called Rainbow Dreams, which allows everyone affected to turn into the dream version of themselves. I don't think this actually changes reality or anything crazy like that, because just because Crocodile is transformed into the Pirate King, that doesn't exactly mean that that becomes his reality for the rest of the story or anything. It mainly seems like it just changes your appearance. So it's clear that with this version of hypnosis, there are many other possibilities of mixing other combinations of colors to create other effects. It's stated many times that Luffy is especially susceptible to this ability, which suggests that a stronger-minded individual would likely be able to overcome it. It would also be interesting to see how someone with strong Haki will be affected by this, as we've seen in the story already that people with really strong Haki sometimes are unaffected by certain Devil Fruit abilities, and can sometimes even reverse the effects of a Devil Fruit ability that's been used on them. Luffy. Luffy is the navigator of the Blackbeard Pirates and also has the ability of hypnosis. Currently, it's unknown if this is a one-off ability like Django and Miss Golden Week, or if this is part of a Devil Fruit ability that Luffy has, but he's likely shown the use of hypnotism twice in the story so far. The first time was likely during his introduction, where he crashes the meeting of the warlords to nominate Blackbeard to be the man to replace the crocodile. The reason why hypnotism was a possibility here is because he managed to make it all the way to this room in Marie-Joie, which should be the most heavily guarded place in the world. Now, I know he's shown the ability to fly, basically sprout some wings and fly, but even that may not be enough to infiltrate this deep. The other reason I believe hypnotism was used here is because of the second time we see him use it at Marineford. When the Blackbeard Pirates pull up to Marineford, it's revealed that they got there because the gates of justice were willingly opened up for them. The reason for this being that Luffy hypnotized the guards in order to get them to do it. It'll be interesting to see a high-level combatant potentially use this power in a battle, seeing as we'll see the Blackbeard Pirates take on other Yonko crews. Now, if you like the video, do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you're thinking. And if you want to see why navigators are super important in the world of One Piece and how to traverse the One Piece seas, check out the video that'll be on the screen.